a second. Make sure my phone's on silent. We are live. Brilliant. Wonderful. Thank you. Hello to everybody watching us, and in advance, a little early, welcome to the festive season, because this is us doing a few festive-y scenes in honor of Christmas, because we haven't got time to do it after we do in December. So we're doing it now. So, and on a miserable November day, I think it's time to bring the Christmas. So I'm just going to say a quick hello to everybody on the screen, and then I will check in and get everything started. So we have a small but incredibly select company for you today, as ever. We have the adorable Ian up there in the northern parts of England. We have Olga joining us again from Moscow, which is fantastic. We have the amazing Ben, who is joining us for the very first time. So welcome to the Crazy Gang, Ben, and we hope you have a very good time this afternoon. And of course, we have the ever reliable Dewi, who is from Wales, but currently in the room next to me in West London. So this is all good. This is the coziness of the family. Right, cast. Off you go to the virtual tiring house. And I will get things going here online. So again, I'm not going to do introductions today for me or for the technique, because as far as I can tell, we have all our lovely regular viewers watching us today, which is truly fantastic. It is so nice that you guys have supported us so long and so loyally. We really do appreciate it. And those of you that are wondering, I've said it before, I'll say it again, we are continuing next year. We will still be here entertaining you online and doing what we do in the way that we do it, because we love it. And so we may be finishing the canon in December, but we're coming back again after that. So what have we got this afternoon? We have got 3 live scenes, which are performed by the lovely 4 that you've seen on the screen. We have also got 2 pre-recorded scenes, which were recorded at different times during the week by people who can't be with us today but wanted to play. We've also got 2 pre-recorded monologues, which again from those who were not able to play but are joining us. And all this afternoon's scenes are in some way inspired by things that are kind of panto-esque. So we've got they're all comedy scenes. They're all to do with trickery, deception, hiding, confusion, love stories, conflicted love stories, but it's all in the guise of, it's all a little bit panto-y. So I hope that you have an entertaining time. We're probably going to be going for about an hour, and so it's just a sort of light and a dark afternoon. Yeah, it's raining again. Okay, so first scene this afternoon is from Much Ado. So Much Ado About Nothing was very important for us this year, because it marked our return to what I'm calling 3-dimensional theatre, because this is live theatre. And so, you know, if we're actually in a theatre with an audience, the difference is you can see us in 3D and we are actually all physically in a space together. So, and so it was in beginning of July, we did our first return performance to 3D theatre in Tunbridge Wells, and it was Much Ado About Nothing then, and lots of running around and hiding in bushes and all sorts of craziness. Today we're going to do, all right, what do we need to do about the story? So what's been going on? Well, we are somewhere in Italy in a beautiful house, and this house is owned by Signor Leonato, and Signor Leonato has a niece called Beatrice. And Beatrice is extremely feisty and definitely knows her own mind. And to this house come visiting Don Pedro, the great man of the district, a great war leader, with his army of soldiers flushed with victory. And there's lots of people falling in love. Don Pedro's right-hand man, Claudio, he's arranged to marry Leonato's daughter, Hero. And not quite just for fun, but in order to sort of pass the time before the marriage, there is a plot afoot, because Lady Beatrice and Signor Benedict, who is another one of Don Pedro's soldiers, have, as we might say, a history. And it's complicated. We never know exactly what happened between them before, but the state they're in at the moment, they hate each other and they do nothing but spar. But all their friends are convinced that they're still in love and would be perfect for each other. So they concoct a little plot, which is what we are going to pick up now. Thank you, Ian. Silly message in the chat. Don't make me laugh just now. So we are in the garden of Signor Leonato's house. It's a very sort of hot, sunny afternoon. Benedick is about to come out for a walk to try and just get away from everybody else because they're really annoying him. So Ben, if you would just pop your mic on, tell me you're ready. London calling, Benedick. London calling.
I'm ready.
Benedick. Thank you. Just checking. As soon as I'm gone, the stage is yours. Take us to Italy and let's see what happens. Enjoy.
I do much wonder that one man, seeing how much another man is a fool when he dedicates his behaviours to love, will, after he have laughed at such a shallow follies in others, become the argument of his own scorn by falling in love. And such a man is Claudio. I have known when there was no music with him but the drum and the fife. And now he'd rather hear the tabor and the pipe. I had known when he would have walked 10 miles about to see a good armour. And now he will lie 10 nights awake, carving the fashion of a new doublet. He was wont to speak plain and to the purpose, like an honest man and a soldier. And now he has turned orthography. His words are a very fantastical banquet, just so many strange dishes. May I be so converted and see with these eyes? I cannot tell. I think not. I will not be sworn, but love may transform me to an oyster. But I'll take my oath on it. Till he made an oyster of me, he shall never make me such a fool. One woman is fair, yet I am well. Another one is wise, yet I am well. Another virtuous, yet I am well. But till all graces be in one woman shall not come into my grace. And which she shall be, that's certain. Wise, or I'll none. Virtuous, or I'll never cheapen her. Fair, or I'll never look on her. Mild, or come not near me. Noble, or not for an angel. Of good discourse, an excellent musician, and her hair shall be of whatever colour it pleases God. Prince and miss your love, I will hide me in the arbour.
See you where Benedick hath hid himself?
Oh, very well, my lord.
Come hither, Leonato. What was it you told me of today, that your niece, Beatrice, was in love with Signor Benedick?
Aye, stoke on the Fawcett. I did never think that lady would have loved any man.
No, nor I neither, but most wonderful that she should so dote on Signor Benedick, whom she hath in all outward behaviours ever seemed to abhor.
Is it possible? Sits the wind in that corner?
I mean, by my troth, my lord, I cannot tell what to think of it, but that she loves him with an enraged affection, it is past the infinite of thought.
Maybe she doth but counterfeit.
Faith, like enough.
Oh, God! Counterfeit? Oh, there was never counterfeit of passion came so near the life of passion as she discovers it.
Why, what effects of passion shows she?
The hook well, this fish will bite.
What effects, my lord? She will sit you. You heard my daughter tell you how.
She did indeed.
How? How? I pray you. You amaze me. I would have thought her spirit had been invincible against all assaults of affection.
Well, I would have sworn it had, my lord, especially against Benedick.
But that the white bearded Pharisee, Knavery sure cannot hide himself from such deliverance.
He hath deigned affection. Hold it up.
Hath she made her affection known to Benedick?
No, and swears she never will. That's her torment.
'Tis true indeed. So your daughter says. Shall I, says she, that have so oft encountered him with scorn, write to him that I love him?
This says she now when she's beginning to write to him, for she'll be up 20 times a night, and there she will sit in her smock till she have writ a sheet of paper. My daughter tells us all.
Now you talk of a sheet of paper. I remember pretty just your daughter told us of.
Oh, when she had writ it and was reading it over, she found Benedick and Beatrice between the sheet.
That.
Oh, she tore the letter into 1,000 halfpence, railed at herself that she should be so immodest to write to one that she knew would flout her. I measure him, says she, by my own spirit, for I should flout him if he writ to me. Yea, though I love him, I should.
Then down upon her knees she falls, weeps, sobs, beats her heart, tears her hairs, prays, curses, oh, sweet Benedick, God give me patience.
Oh, she doth indeed. My daughter says so, and the ecstasy hath so much overburn her that my daughter is sometime afraid she will do a desperate outrage to herself. It is very true.
It were good that Benedick knew of it by some other, if she will not discover it.
To what end? He would but make a sport of it, and torment the poor lady worse.
And he should. It were an alms to hang him. She's an excellent, sweet lady, and out of all suspicion, she is virtuous.
And she's exceeding wise.
In everything, but in loving Benedick.
Oh, my lord, wisdom and blood combating in so tender a body, we have 10 proofs to 1 that blood hath the victory. I am sorry for her, as I have just cause being her uncle and her guardian.
I would she had bestowed this dotage on me. I would have daffed all other respects and made her half myself. I pray you, tell Benedick of it, and hear what he will say.
Were it good, think you?
Hero thinks surely she will die, for she says she will die if he love her not, and she will die ere she make her love known, and she will die if he woo her, rather than she will bate one breath of her accustomed crossness.
She doth well. If she should make tender of her love, 'tis very possible he'll scorn it. For the man, as you know all, hath a contemptible spirit.
He is a very proper man.
He hath indeed a good outward happiness.
For God, and in my mind, very wise.
He doth indeed show some sparks that are like wit.
And I take him to be valiant.
As Hector, I assure you. And in the managing of quarrels, you may see he is wise, for either he avoids them with great discretion, or undertakes them with a Christian-like fear.
Oh, if he do fear God, I must necessarily keep peace. If he break the peace, he ought to enter into a quarrel with fear and trembling.
And so will he do, for the man doth fear God, howsoever it seems not in him, by some large jests he will make. Well, I am sorry for your niece. Shall we go see Benedick and tell him of her love?
I'll never tell him, my lord. Let her wear it out with good counsel.
Nay, that's impossible. She may wear her heart out first.
Well, We will hear further of it by your daughter. Let it cool the while. I love Benedick well, and I could wish he would modestly examine himself to see how much he is unworthy to have so good a lady.
My lord, will you walk? Dinner is ready.
If he do not dote on her upon this, I will never trust my expectation.
Let there be the same net spread for her, and that must your daughter and her gentlewoman carry. The sport will be, when they hold one an opinion of another's dotage and no such matter, that's the scene I would see, which will be merely a dumb show. Let us send her to call him into dinner.
This can be no trick. The conference was sadly born. They have the truth of this from Hero. They seem to pity the lady. It seems her affections have the full bent. Love me? But it must be requited. I hear how I am censured. They say I will not bear myself proudly. If I perceive the love come from her, they say too that she would rather die than give any sign of affection. And I did never think to marry. I must not seem proud, happy as they are that hear their detractions and can put them to mending. I say the lady is fair. It is a truth. I can bear them witness, and virtuous, it is so. I cannot prove it. And wise, but for loving me. By my troth, it is no addition to her wit, nor no great argument of her folly, for I will be horribly in love with her. I may chance have some odd quirks and remnants of wit broken on me because I have railed so long against marriage, but does not the appetite alter? A man loves the meat in his youth that he cannot endure in his age. Such quips, sentences, and these paper bullets of the brain, or a man from the career of his humour? No, the world must be peopled. When I said I would die a bachelor, I did not think I should live till I was married. Oh, here comes Beatrice. By this day, she's a fair lady. I spy some marks of love in her.
Against my will, I am sent to bid you come in to dinner.
Fair Beatrice, I thank you for your pains.
I took no more pains for those thanks than you take pains to thank me. If it had been painful, I would not have come.
You take pleasure then in the message?
Yeah, just so much as you may take upon a knife's point and choke a door withal. You have no stomach, signor. Fare you well.
Oh. Against my will, I am sent to bid you come into dinner. There's a double meaning in that. I took no more pains for those thanks than you took pains to thank me. That's as much to say, any pains that I take for you is as easy as thanks. If I do not take pity of her, then I'm a villain. If I do not love her, I am a fool. I will go get her picture.
Well done, Benedick. Well done, everybody. What a lot of fun. That scene is it's always so much fun. I don't know. Every now and again, you just think to yourself, you know what, actually, Shakespeare was actually really good at this. Right. Thank you all very much for getting us off to a lovely sort of flying start. Lovely memories of a hot day in Tunbridge Wells to sort of go along with it. Now we're going to do one of our pre-recorded scenes. This is a very, very favorite scene from Cymbeline. If you've been with us any time over the last sort of 2.5 years, you'll have seen us do this. Never mind when we did it during Cymbeline itself, because it's one of our / my absolute favorite scenes to have the guys do. So what is going to happen now? I'm also going to chat so that Dewi has time to set up the technological side of this. So what happens in this scene? So Cymbeline is it's one of those plays that you're not quite sure, is it a history, is it a tragedy, is it a comedy? It's a story. So Cymbeline is an ancient Celtic king of Britain, apparently, and the story is set at a time when the Romans are sort of on the brink of invading, but they're still kind of being polite. And there is a problem at the court of King Cymbeline, because not only has somebody stolen his 2 young sons, but his daughter is refusing to do as she's told. His new wife has convinced the king that that Imogen's choice of husband is unworthy, and for it he has been banished and she has been basically shut in her room. But that isn't the end of it, because the new queen has a son, and the son is called Cloten, and Cloten would very much like to be king. And Cloten cannot be king unless he marries the princess, who is, let's not forget, already married, even if her parents don't like it. So Cloten comes early in the morning to attempt to woo Princess Imogen. Shall we see how that goes? And again, you will see two of our regulars, Fergus and Lindsay, in this one. You'll also have me popping up as 2 different servants. So thank you very much for the indulgence. Dewi, are we good to go with the film on this one? Okay, then I will shut up and let you get it going.
If she be up, I'll speak with her. If not, let her lie still and dream by your leave. Oh, I know her women are about her. What if I do lie in one of their hands? 'Tis gold which buys admittance, oft it doth, yea, and makes Diana's ranges false themselves yield up there. Dear to the stand of the stealer, and 'tis gold which makes the true man killed and saves the thief. Nay, sometimes hangs both thief and true man. What can it not do and undo? It will make one of her women lawyer to me, for I yet not understand the case myself. By your leave.
There is no.
A gentleman.
No more?
Yes, and a gentlewoman's son.
Well, that's more than some whose tailors are as dear as yours can justly boast of. What's your lordship's pleasure?
Your lady's person. Is she ready?
Aye, to keep a chamber.
There's gold for you. Sell me your good report.
How? My good name? Or to report of you what I shall think is good? Oh, the princess.
Good morrow, fairest sister, your sweet hand.
Good morrow, sir. You lay out too much pains for purchasing but trouble. The thanks I give is telling you that I am poor of thanks, and scarce can spare them.
Still I swear I love you.
If you but said so, 'twere as deep with me. If you swear still, your recompense is still that I regard it not.
This is no answer.
But that you shall not say, I yield being silent. I would not speak. I pray you, spare me. Faith, I shall unfold equal discourtesy to your best kindness. One of your great knowing should learn, being taught, forbearance.
To leave you in your madness 'twere my sin. I will not.
Fools are not mad folks.
Do you call me fool?
As I am mad, I do. If you'll be patient, I'll no more be mad. That cures us both. I am much sorry, sir. You put me to forget a lady's manners, being so verbal, and learn now for all that I which know my heart do here pronounce by the very truth of it, I care not for you, and am so near the lack of charity to accuse myself I hate you, which I had rather you felt than make it my boast.
You sin against obedience, which you owe your father, for the contract you pretend with that base wretch won bread of alms, and fussed with cold dishes, with scraps of the court, is no contract, none! And though it be allowed in meaner parties, yet who than he more mean to knit their souls, on whom there is no more dependency but brats and beggary? In self figure not, yet you are curbed from that enlargement by the consequence of the crown, and must not foil the precious note of it with a base slave, a hireling for a livery, a squire's cloth, a planter, not so eminent.
Profane fellow, wert thou the son of Jupiter and no more, but what thou art besides, thou wert too base to be his groom. Thou wert dignified enough even to the point of envy. If 'twere made comparative for your virtues to be stilled, the underhangman of his kingdom, and hated for being preferred so well.
The south fog rot him! His garments, how the devil!
He can never meet more mischance than come to be but named of thee. His meanest garment that ever hath but clipped his body is dearer in my respect than all the heirs above thee, were thou all made such men. How now, Pisanio?
Excuse us while we deal with a little technical issue. His garment's now the devil.
To Dorothy, my woman, hie thee presently.
His garment.
That I am sprited with a fool, frighted and angered worse. Go, bid my woman search for a jewel that too casually hath left mine arm. It was thy master's. Show me if I would lose it for a revenue of any kings in Europe. I do think I saw it this morning. Confident I am. Last night 'twas on my arm. I kissed it. I hope it be not gone to tell my lord that I kiss aught but he.
Will not be lost.
I hope so. Go and search.
You have abused me! His meanest garment!
Aye, I said so, sir. If you will make it an action, call witness to it.
I will inform your father!
Your mother, too. She's my good lady, and will conceive, I hope, but the worst of me. So I leave you, sir, to the worst of discontent.
I'll be revenged! His meanest garment. Well.
Sorry, I can hear Dewi in the next room also laughing about this. Oh my God, I love that scene. Thank you, Fergus and Lindsay, for giving us such a good laugh there. And just to prove to you that when we pre-record, we do not cheat. If something goes wrong, it goes wrong, and that is life. Just to prove that I left that little, we had this pause in the middle because suddenly the sound went out and it went weird. I was thinking, well, if it the rule for doing this technique is if it happens, it happens. And that's it, it happened. And so I left it into the scene. Anyway. So moving right along to something in a way slightly more serious, but not entirely. We have another pre-recorded piece from Midsummer Night's Dream. not a play we did this year, but a play that we are always very, very fond of. This will be a piece by Tamara, who is still recovering from her marathon as Helena in All's Well on last Sunday. In this case, she is Helena from Midsummer Night's Dream. And Helena is one of these incredibly heartsick heroines who will do anything to win back her man's affections. And Helena has, well, at the start of the play, she's lost Demetrius. She doesn't know how. Nobody knows how. It's a mystery. But she does know that her best friend, Hermia, with whom Demetrius is now besotted, is about to elope with her man of her choice, Lysander. And Helena has a wee bit of a problem to deal with. What will she do? What will happen? So, Dewi, do we have the footage ready to play out of Tamara as Helena? Wonderful. So, as ever, I will now vanish, and hopefully we will see Tamara take the screen. Here we go.
How happy some or other some can be. Through Athens I am thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all but he doth know. And as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I, admiring of his qualities, things base and vile, holding no quantity, love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore his winged Cupid painted blind. Nor hath love's mind of any judgment taste. Wings and no eyes figure unheedy haste, and therefore is love said to be a child, because in choice he is so oft beguiled. As waggish boys in game themselves forswear, so the boy love is perjured everywhere. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eyne, he hailed down oaths that he was only mine. And when this hail some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved, and showers of earth did melt. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight, then to the wood will he tomorrow night pursue her, and if for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is at the expense. But herein me nigh to enrich my pain, and to have his sight thither and back again.
Poor Helena. Oh, but at least both the Helenas in their slightly conflicted love stories do end up with their man. Thank you very much for that, Tamara. That was a treat. I hadn't seen that before we played it out. I always love it when we see a good speech by somebody. So let us see if love looks with the eyes or with the mind, shall we? Let's have our next live piece, for which we are going to go to Twelfth Night. Very nice, seasonal. Well, actually, technically, Twelfth Night is, of course, after Christmas, but, you know, we're doing it this way around. So we're going to Twelfth Night, which is a play we haven't been to for a while. But what is going on here? Well, where do you start with Twelfth Night? Shipwrecked onto the coast of the Kingdom of Illyria, it has arrived the Lady Viola. Now, she feels herself to be too vulnerable to exist as a woman, so she's disguised herself as a young man and is currently serving the Duke Orsino. Now, Orsino is a great guy, but he's hopelessly in love with the Lady Olivia. And I say hopelessly, advisedly, because she is absolutely, profoundly, totally and utterly not interested in him. And she has been telling him so for a while. However, he is doing the classic sort of Renaissance lover thing of persisting, because the feeling is that if all this love is on one side, it must beget love on the other side. And it's like, hey guys, it's really not how it works. Never mind. So there is Viola. And of course, Viola, being a young lady, has fallen in love with Orsino. Orsino thinks she is a boy. And he is too much fixated on Olivia to really pay her much attention. But he sends her to court the Lady Olivia for him. Now, Lady Olivia really doesn't want to know. but she lets in this cheeky young manservant, basically to torture him, to give him such a bad time that he never comes, no messenger ever comes to her again from Orsino. So let us see how this particular scene goes. So we have an Olivia, we have a Viola. If you would just pop your mics on and tell me you're ready.
Ready?
Ready?
Wonderful. Right, as soon as I'm gone, the stage is yours. Good luck, guys. Let's see what happens.
Give us the place alone. We will hear this divinity. Now, sir, what is your text?
Most sweet lady,
A comfortable doctrine, and much may be said of it. Where lies your text?
in Orsino's bosom.
In his bosom? In what
Once-
chapter of his bosom?
To answer by the method, in the first of his heart.
Ah, I have read it. It is heresy. Have you no more to say?
Good madam, let me see your face.
Have you commission from your lord to negotiate with my face? You are now out of your text. But we will draw the curtain and show you the picture. Look you, sir. Such a one I was this present. Is't not well done?
Excellently done, if God did all.
'Tis in grain, sir, will endure wind and weather.
'Tis beauty truly blent, whose red and white nature's own sweet and cunning hand laid on. Lady, you are the cruelest she alive, if you will lead these graces to the grave and leave the world no copy.
Oh, sir, I will not be so hard-hearted. I will give out divers schedules of my beauty. It shall be inventoried, and every particle and utensil labelled to my will, as item 2 lips, indifferent red, item 2 grey eyes with lids to them, item 1 neck, 1 chin, and so forth. Were you sent hither to praise me?
I see you what you are. You are too proud. But if you were the devil, you are fair. My lord and master loves you. Oh, such love could be but recompensed, though you were crowned the nonpareil of beauty.
How does he love me?
With adorations, fertile tears, with groans that thunder love, with sighs of fire.
Your lord does know my mind. I cannot love him. Yet I suppose him virtuous, know him noble, of great estate, of fresh and stainless youth, in voices well divulged, free, learned, and valiant, and in dimension and the shape of nature a gracious person. But yet I cannot love him. He might have took his answer long ago.
If I did love you in my master's flame, with such a suffering, such a deadly life, in your denial I would find no sense. I would not understand it.
Why? What would you?
Make me a willow cabin at your gate, and call upon my soul within the house. Write loyal cantons of contemned love, and sing them loud even in the dead of night. Hallow your name to the reverberate hills, and make the babbling gossip of the air cry out, Olivia! Oh, you should not rest between the elements of air and earth, but you should pity me.
You might do much. What is your parentage?
Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I'm a gentleman.
Get you to your lord. I cannot love him. Let him send no more, unless, perchance, you come to me again to tell me how he takes it. Fare you well. I thank you for your pains. Spend this for me.
I'm no feet post. Lady, keep your purse. My master, not myself, lacks recompense. Love make his heart of flint that you shall love, and let your fervour, like my master's, be placed in contempt. Farewell, fair cruelty.
What is your parentage? Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman. I'll be sworn thou art. Thy tongue, thy face, thy limbs, actions and spirit do give thee fivefold blazon. Not too fast. Soft, soft. Oh, unless the master were the man. How now? Even so quickly may one catch the plague? Methinks I feel this youth's perfections with an invisible and subtle stealth to creep in at mine eyes. Well, let it be.
Well done, guys. Well done, well done, well done. That again, that is such a classic scene. Oh my God, that was always so funny, and I'm delighted to have finally given Dewi an opportunity to try his wings as Olivia. Well done, my dear, and thank you very much, Olga. That was beautiful. I love it. The sparring is so good between those two. It's just such a good scene. Right, we're going to go back, hop over to one of our pre-records now, and we have another favorite comedy moment. It's all big favorites today, basically, because it's nearly Christmas, so we bring out the classics. We are going to Merry Wives of Windsor, and we have Valentina and Lindsay doing a pre-record as Mistress Ford and Mistress Page comparing their unexpected arrivals in the post, and from as they, I don't know, we'll see. Shall I say it's from the same person? We'll let them tell us. So Merry Wives of Windsor, self-explanatory. We have the two merry wives themselves going merrily about their business until, for strange and perverse reasons, they are, these characters who come from the court arrive in Windsor and just confuse everything for them. But let's see what happens when we have Lindsay and Valentina as Mistress Ford and Mistress Page. Dewi, do we have that one ready to go? We do. Wonderful. Right. So as ever, I am gone. Let's see what happened in Windsor.
Escaped love letters in the holiday time of my beauty, and I am subject for them. Let me see. Ask me no reason why I love you, for though love use reason for his precision, he admits him not for his counselor. You are not young. No more am I. Go to, then, there's sympathy. You are merry. So am I. Ha ha. Then there's more sympathy. You love sack, and so do I. Would you desire better sympathy? Let it suffice thee, Mistress Page, at the last, if love of soldier can suffice, that I love thee. I will not say pity me, it is not a soldier-like phrase, but I say love me. By me, thy own true knight, by day or night, or any kind of light, with all his might for thee to fight, John Falstaff. Oh, wicked, wicked world, one that is well nigh worn to pieces with age to show himself a young gallant. What an unweighed behaviour hath this Flemish drunkard picked, with the devil's name, out of my conversation that he dares in this manner assay me? Why, he's not been thrice in my company. What should I say to him? Why, I'll exhibit a bill in the Parliament for the putting down of men. How shall I be revenged on him? For revenged I will be as sure as his guts are made of pudding.
Mistress Page! Oh, Mistress Page, trust me, I was going to your house.
And trust me, I was coming to you. You look very ill.
Nay, I'll ne'er believe that. I have that to show to the contrary.
Faith, but you do in my mind.
Well, I do then. Yet I say I could show you to the contrary. Oh, Mistress Page, give me some counsel.
What's the matter, woman?
If it were not one for trifling respect, I could come to such honor.
Oh, hang the trifle, woman. Take the honor. What is it? Oh, dispense with trifles. What is it?
If I could but go to hell for an eternal moment or so, I could be knighted.
Oh, what? Thou liest!
We burn daylight. Here, read. Perceive how I might be knighted. I shall think the worse of fat men. His words do no more adhere and keep place together than the 100 psalms to the tune of green sleeves. What tempest, I trow, threw this whale with so many turns of oil in his belly ashore in Windsor? How shall I be revenged on him? I think the best way were to entertain him with hope till the wicked fire of lust have melted him in his own grease. Did you ever hear the like?
Letter for letter. But that the name of Page and Ford differs. Thy great comfort in this mystery of ill opinions, here's the twin brother of thy letter. But let thine inherit first, for I protest mine never shall. I warrant he hath 1,000 of these letters, writ with blank space for different names. Sure, more. I'd rather be a giantess and lie under Mount Pelion. I will find you 20 lascivious turtles and 1 chaste man.
Why, this is the very same. The very hand, the very words. What doth he think of us?
Nay, I know not. It makes me almost ready to wrangle with mine own honesty. For sure, unless he knows some strain in me that I know not myself, he would never have boarded me in this fury.
Boarding, call you it? I'll be sure to keep him above deck.
Oh, so will I. If he comes under my hatches, I'll never to see again. Let's be revenged on him. Let's appoint him a meeting, give him a show of comfort in his...
Nay, I will consent to any act of villainy against him that may not sully the chariness of our honesty. Oh, that my husband saw this letter. It would give him eternal food for his jealousy.
Why, look, here he comes, and my good man too. He's as far from jealousy as I am from giving him cause, and that, I hope, is an unmeasurable distance.
You are the happier woman.
Let's consult together against this greasy knight. Come hither.
Sorry, thought I'd unmuted. And off the merry wives go to plot them. And do remember, those of you out there who are among our patrons, you can drop by our gallery anytime to revisit Midsummer Night's Dream, Merry Wives of Windsor, Twelfth Night, Cymbeline, Much Ado About Nothing. Can I name all the plays? Very, very nearly. So everything is there if you want to just go remind yourself. So we have one more pre-recorded piece, and then we have one more live scene for you. And we have a fabulous monologue by the absolutely incomparable Fergus Rattigan, who is off to do actual panto in Edinburgh. So good luck with that, Fergus. We look forward to seeing you next year and playing with you some more. So I've got Fergus to do, it was going to be, I said bottom or Pyramus, and I believe we have some Pyramus. So I'm not even going to try and introduce this, because here we have Fergus Rattigan as Nick Bottom, Weaver of Athens, presenting the character of Pyramus in Pyramus and Thisbe for everybody's delight and delectation. Dewi, do we have the footage ready to play? Okay, brilliant. I am gone. Let's see what Fergus has got for us.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright. For by thy gracious golden glittering gleams I trust to take of truest Thisby's sight. Oh, but stay, oh spite, but mock. Poor knight, what dreadful dole is here? Eyes, do you see? How can it be? Oh, dainty duck, oh dear, thy mantle good, what stained with blood? Approach, ye furies fell. Oh, fates, come, come, cut thread and thrum, quail, crush, conclude, and quail. Wherefore, nature, didst thou lion's frame, since lion vile hath here deflowered, my dear, which is no, which was the fairest dame that lived, that loved, that liked, that looked with cheer. Come, tears, confound, outsword, and wound that pap of Pyramus, aye, that left pap where heart doth hop. Thus die I, thus, now am I dead, now am I fled, my soul is in the sky. Tongue, lose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. Oh. Now die, 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 die.
Wow. Wow, Fergus. Thank you. That was so much fun. Is everybody else enjoying this as much as me? I really, really hope you are. God. You never know what people are going to come up with. That's the amazing thing about doing this. I never know what's coming. It is so much fun. Right, one more scene, and it involves everybody. We're doing this live, and then we will be saying farewell to you until 2 weeks' time when we come back with The Tempest. So we're going back to Twelfth Night and to a point in the story which is completely different from the bit of story that we've already done tonight. So why wouldn't it be? So Malvolio, Olivia's steward, he's got a bit above himself according to everybody else and fancies that, he has a chance with the Lady Olivia. Everybody else finds him a right royal pain in the neck. And so the household of Olivia's cousin, Sir Toby, his friend, Sir Andrew, and my lady's fool, Feste, the jester, and Maria, the serving woman, have come up with a plan. And they are gathering together again in a garden, something about gardens and plans with Shakespeare, but who cares? They're gathering together to bring about a little retribution. So let us see again in a very it's behind you way how this scene goes. So can I just check Sir Toby and Feste and and Sir Andrew, are you all ready to start the next scene?
Ready?
Yep.
Wonderful. I'm just setting the script up this side. So as soon as I am gone, the stage is yours. Let's see what we do now.
Come thy ways, Signor Feste.
Oh, now I'll come. If I lose a scruple at this sport, let me be boiled to death with Boris and Truss and Rishi. Oh my!
Wouldst thou not be glad to have the niggardly, rascally sheep biter come by some notable shame?
I would exult, man. You know he brought me out of favour with my lady.
and we will fool him black and blue, shall we not, Sir Andrew?
And we do not, it is pity of our lives.
Here comes the little villain. How now, my metal of India?
Bring into the box tree. Malvolio's coming down this walk. He has been yonder in the sun, practicing behavior to his own shadow this half hour. Observe him for the love of mockery, for I know this latter will make a contemplative idiot of him. Close, in the name of jesting. Oh, go lie thou there, for here comes the trout that must be caught with tickling.
Here's an overweening rogue.
Slide, I could so beat the rogue.
Peace, I say.
Oh, to be Count Malvolio.
Ah, rogue.
Pistol him! Pistol him!
Peace, peace.
There is example for it. Prince Harry married Meghan, the Lady of the Strachey married the Yeoman of the Wardrobe.
Fry on him, Jezebel!
Oh, peace! Now he's deeply in. Look how his imagination blows him.
Having been 3 months married to her, sitting in my state.
Oh, for a stone bow to hit him in the eye.
Calling my officers about me in my branched velvet gown, having come from a daybed where I have left Olivia sleeping.
Fire and brimstone.
Oh, peace! Peace!
And, after a demure travail of regard, telling them, I know my place, as I would they should do theirs, to ask for my kinsman Toby.
Bolts and shackles.
Peace! Peace! Peace now! Now!
7 of my people, with an obedient start, make out for him. Toby approaches, curtsies there to me.
Will this fellow live?
Don't our silence be drawn from us without we casket! Peace!
I extend my hand to him thus, quenching my familiar smile with an austere regard of control.
And does not Toby take you a blow of the lips then?
Saying, Cousin Toby, my fortunes having cast me on your niece, give me this prerogative of speech.
What? What?
You must amend your drunkenness.
Down! Stab!
Patience! Patience! Oh, we'll break the sinews of our plot!
Besides, you waste the treasure of your time with a foolish knight.
Oh, that's me, I warrant you.
One Sir Andrew.
I knew it was I! So, for many to call me fool.
What employment have we here?
Now is the woodcock near the gin.
Peace! And the spirit of humour's intimate reading aloud to him.
By my life, this is my lady's hand. These be her very C's, her U's, and her T's. And thus makes she her grand P's.
Her C's, her U's, her T's. Why that?
To the unknown beloved, this and my good wishes. Oh, the very phrases. It's my lady. Oh, to whom should this be?
This wins him, liver and all.
To the unknown beloved, this and my very good wishes. That Jove knows I love, but who? Lips do not move, no man must know. No man must know. What follows? No man must know. If this should be thee, Malvolio.
Marry, hang thee, Brock.
I may command where I adore, but silence like a Lucrece knife, with bloodless stroke my heart doth gore. M-O-A-I doth sway my life.
Fustian Riddle.
Excellent wench, say I.
M-A-O-I doth sway my life. Nay, but first, let me see.
What dish of poison has she dressed him?
I may command where I adore. Why she may command me? I serve her, she is my lady. What should that alphabetical position portend? If I could make that resemble something in me. Softly. M-O-A-I.
Oh, I make up that.
M, Malvolio, M. Why, that begins my name.
Did I not say he would work it out?
M, but there's no constancy in the sequel. A should follow, but O does.
And O shall end, I hope.
Aye, or I'll cudgel him and make him cry, oh.
And then I comes behind. M-O-A-I. Crush this a little. It would bow to me, for every one of these letters are in my name. Oh, soft. Here follows prose. If this fall into thy hand, revolve. In my stars I am above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are become great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Remember who commended thy yellow stockings and wished to see thee ever cross-gartered. I say remember. Go to, thou art made if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee a steward still. Farewell. This is open. I do not now fool myself to let imagination jade me. For every reason excites me to this. My lady loves me. And she did commend my yellow stockings of late. She did praise my leg being cross-gartered. And in this, she manifests herself to my love, and with a kind of injunction tries these habits of her liking. Oh, I thank my stars. I am happy. I will be in yellow stockings and cross-gartered, even with the swiftness of putting on. Jove and my stars be praised. Oh, here is yet a postscript. Thou canst not choose but know who I am. If thou entertainst my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smiles become thee well. Therefore in my presence still smile, dear, O my sweetie, I prithee. Jove, I thank thee. I will smile. I will do everything that thou wilt have me.
I will not give my part in this sport for a pension of thousands.
I could marry this wench for this device.
So could I too.
And ask no other dowry with her but such another jest.
No, I neither.
Here comes my noble gull catcher.
Shall I play my freedom at trade tip and become thy bondslave?
If Ace or I either.
Why, thou hast put him in such a dream, then when the image of it leaves him, he must run mad.
Nay, but say true. Does it work upon him?
Like aquavitae with a midwife.
If you will then see the fruits of this sport, mark his first approach before my lady. He will come to her in yellow stockings, and 'tis a colour she abhors, and cross gartered, a fashion she detests, and he will smile upon her, which will now be so unsuitable to her disposition, being addicted to melancholy as she is, that it cannot but turn it into a notable contempt. If you will see it, follow me.
The gates of Tartar, a most excellent divil of wit.
I'll make one too.
Right, and as the laughing hyenas go off into the sunset, I'm sorry, I'm aware that I've become very dim. The clouds have come over, and I can't move to put the light on because I've on my lap. So I hope you can still see me reasonably well. Everybody back on, please. Well done. All of you. That was a huge amount of fun. Did you have fun? Yeah, have you all had fun? Yeah, I hope we had fun out there as well. Ben, well
Absolutely.
done. Well and truly in the family now. And yes, we won't warn you that it's addictive, but it is. So we look forward to playing with you loads more next year. Fabulous. Right. Thank you, everybody on screen. Thank you to those of you who thank you to our players who pre-recorded, and we hope you enjoyed that. We wish you all an extremely happy festive season, a very happy, healthy and safe December, and we will be back in 2 weeks. We'll be back with Tempest, which is us completing the canon, which you might have heard me mention before because it's a tiny deal, really. It's only just kind of massive. But anyway, we will see you all in 2 weeks for the Tempest. Thank you all on the screen. Thank you all out there. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dewi, for streaming us. And now take us off the air. We are gone. Farewell. Bye-bye. Oh.